Hey, what's going on YouTube? What is going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing today, man? We're back here with another reaction. This time, first time on the channel, but it has been suggested before. I just haven't been able to get around to it, so we're finally getting around to it via donation request. So thank you so much for the donation request. Now, what I'm referring to is the band itself, Moody Blues, the Moody Blues. People have recommended this group to me on the channel. I've been wanting to get around to them, but man, I try to get around to as much as I can. I had mentioned the other day on my community post, for anyone that feels like they make a lot of suggestions and I don't get around to them, please keep in mind I can get up to 30 or more song suggestions a day, and I only put out 4 to 5 videos a day on average. So with 30 plus suggestions, only room for 4 or 5 of those per day. It's hard. I won't ever be able to get around to every single suggestion, unless I'm around for a few years. We'll see, right? But I do try. I try so hard, guys. So don't think I'm trying to ignore anybody. It's just a lot of information. So thank you so much with the donation request. This definitely ensures I do get around to your request. I put in a lot of time on this channel, so I feel rewarded when people, come up and make those donation requests, and I want to reward you in return by giving you a guaranteed reaction to those donation requests. So thank you so much. We're gonna go ahead with this one, the Moody Blues, and I believe the song's name is Question up there. I want to make sure I'm right with that though. Okay, yes, the song is called Question. So we're jumping into this, man. Excited. Let's go ahead and tap into the Moody Blues. Finally get a listen. And once again, this was a donation request via Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so much. Let's see what's happening here.
Why do we never get an answer when we're knocking at the door? With 1,000 million questions about hate and death and war. 'Cause when we stop and look around us, there is nothing that we need. In a world of persecution that is burning in its greed.
Sound so far. That bass line's going crazy.
Why do we never get an answer when we're knocking at the door? Because the truth is hard to swallow. That's what the war of love is for.
I like the lyrics too, man. Switching it up here, man. Got that super fast-paced drumming, guitar playing.
It's not
load
the
out.
way that you say it when you do those things to me. It's more the way that you mean it when you tell me what will be. And when you stop and think about it, you won't believe it's true that all the love you've been giving has all been meant for you. I'm looking for someone to change my life. I'm looking for a miracle in my life. And if you could see what it's done to me, lose the love I knew, safe beneath me.
That was quite a switch up.
Between the silence of the mountains and the crashing of the sea, there lies a land I once lived in, and she's waiting there for me.
Dang.
But in the gray of the morning, my mind becomes confused between the dead and the sleeping and the world that I
singing this part so good.
It's not the way that you say it.
I feel it.
When you do those things to me, it's more the way you really mean it. When you tell me what will be.
Here we go. I've had a feeling we'd get back up to the tempo. Alright, it's hard strumming. I can see it.
Why do we never get an answer when we're knocking at the door? With 1,000 million questions about hate and death and war. When we stop and look around us, there is nothing that we need. In a world of persecution that is burning in its greed.
That bass is fast, the drumming, the guitar, like, yeah, this is a tale of two halves, man. The tale of two halves with this song. You've got the fast part, which is just musically, like, instrumentally insane. I really like it, man. I like the tempo. I wish I knew more about instruments, man. I hope to make some time to learn more about it, but I tell you, when I tell you guys my days are busy, they're pretty busy. And but I want to make some time because I don't know what that tapping is from the drums. It sounds like maybe it's a hi-hat. Right? I don't think it's a cymbal. I think a cymbal is louder than that. So that really fast tapping is probably a hi-hat is what I'm going to assume. You guys can fill me in. But with the instrumentals on the beginning section, the ending section right there, the more up tempo, the music is awesome, man. The guitar work, drums, the bass, but the slow part is really what won me over, pushed it over the top for me with this song, was that slow part and his singing, man. I really like that kind of atmosphere as well in a song. When you slow it down, you pull me in emotionally. I get a little heart reaction with it, man. Totally a zone I like being in, and they just hit it so well. Like I said, tale of two halves on this song. You got the upbeat, crazy tempo, and then you got the slow down, bluesy, where he gets more intimate with his voice on there, man. And I thought he did a fantastic job singing on that as well. So with the beginning verse here, I got a total idea and feeling of, not necessarily just anti-war, but maybe society, questioning society as a whole, man. Talking about there's nowhere we can go to get answers to these questions. We look around, we see these things, we see hate, death, war, and this world that is burning in its own greed. So I just think it's more of a societal issue and address. That's the way I took that first verse. And I thought we were going to stay on that track, but it felt like we departed from just talking about, these issues in the world. And it felt like the song evolved into more message about love to me. But we'll take a little deep dive here. Yeah, man, I don't know. It could be a metaphor, but it just sounds like, he's talking about this love that he experienced that's waiting for him on the other side somewhere else. And he's looking once again for a love that would change his life, a miracle that will come in and almost save his soul, man. And maybe he's one of those empaths, I think that's how you say it, who's just damaged by the weight of the world and what's going on in society, kind of like I talked about on one of my Jackson Brown videos, Doctor My Eyes, just talking about how with like some empaths, man, you can be deeply affected by the situation of the world, and maybe that's the weight that he's under, and he's just wanting somebody to help free him and help him, save him with the power of love, man. Somebody to love and forget about all the pain. Could be totally wrong, just my first thoughts here. Oh, here we go. So this song was released in 1970. All right, guys, I'm a little happy. That was a good, very good one that got me a little happy here. So the genre is progressive rock. Okay, I had to make sure I did the album version. It looks like I did, or the greatest hits version. Okay, so we got the longest version in there. All right. It was written by Justin Hayward, who also provided lead vocals. So Justin Hayward, amazing vocals, really enjoyed that. But we go on to understand why it's a tale of two halves. It says Hayward pieced the song together from two unfinished songs, which accounts for the change of pace in the middle of the song. Hayward said that sometime before we taped the album, we documented Question, which was a song that I didn't have on Friday night for a recording session the following Saturday. But by the morning, I had it and it was recorded very quickly. So it's literally like two songs in one. So maybe that explains the vocals. Yeah, that explains the vocals as well. There, it's almost like a Frankenstein stitched together, where it sounds like the first section was maybe going to be an anti-war protest song against the modern society at the time, and the way people were maybe selfishness, greed going on, and then it transitions into more of a love song about missing somebody and wanting that emotional connection again. So that's what I got from it. I don't know specifically in here, other than that, what the song is about. But to me, that explains my own question about maybe where we were going with that song. Really liked it though myself, and of course I was more partial to the more moody blues second half of that song personally. But let's jump into the band real quick. They are from Birmingham, England, and they got a lot of genres here, guys. They got progressive rock, art rock, new for me, psychedelic rock, pop rock, symphonic rock, proto-prog, and rhythm and blues, man. So cool, okay? And they stopped, it looks like, in 2018, so we will not be seeing any more of that. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Thank you so much for joining me here today, man. My first reaction to the Moody Blues. Hopefully there will be more on this channel, man. Like I said, I have a lot to get around to. Hold on. What is this little note here? After resuming activities in 1977, Pinder left the following year and was replaced by former Yes keyboardist Patrick Moraz. I saw the name Patrick Moraz as I was talking to you guys. I was like, I know that name, man. Patrick Moraz. He was actually on Gates of Delirium, okay? G-O-D, man. He was playing on there. So really cool. That's where Patrick went. I don't know how long maybe he stayed with the group, or if he stayed with them for the majority of their career, but pretty cool, man. Another little connection. I like when I'm able to see this, because I see a lot of people kind of helped each other out in this day and age, man. So cool. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this today. Really appreciated it. If you guys like, please don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the description down below for other ways to help the channel, including making donation requests of your own if you so choose. Maybe consider becoming a channel member here on my YouTube or my Patreon. That's a great way to support me. With that being said, I'm gone. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Peace.